Hey, what's going on, everybody? Timmy, aka Ecoside Fiend here. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Mine was pretty good. Spent it with my family. Went over to my folks' house. My brother comes over, so just a big turkey dinner and all the fixings and all that, and everything else was good. Feeling a little under the weather. I started kind of feeling sick yesterday. Not really feeling super sick, but got like the symptoms, like my left ear is kind of plugged up and kind of sniffling and all that. But thankfully, I don't feel like sick. I just kind of got the symptoms, so. It's not so bad because otherwise I'm on a 4-day weekend. We always have Thanksgiving off, obviously, and then we always have the day after, obviously being today, Friday off as well. So all paid. So really don't want to be sick all weekend. So hopefully I'm taking some meds and hopefully I'll feel better. So other than that, yeah, everything's going good. I haven't been on here in a while. Just because my work schedule has just been crazy. I've been getting called in on all my days off, and we don't work weekends, but we just work 4 days a week during the week in the service department. All the rest of the plant and everything's 5 days a week. But so I should have 1 day off, but I always get called in. But I'm still hourly, so it always adds up to overtime. So I'm not complaining too much. So this is really the first good chance that I've had to do this. Get this review up. So it's hard enough just keeping up on the Juggalo Jedi Council videos, just mainly because I haven't really had time to think about what I want to say for each one. I've gotten my video in for each one, but it takes me a little longer. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. If you're out for Black Friday, I hope you find everything you want, and hope everything goes good. I don't ever do Black Fridays. It's not my thing, but if you are, I hope everything's going good. So anyway, let's move right along here. So today, obviously, will be the review of ICP's second Joker's card in the second deck, which is, of course, the Mighty Death Pop. This was released on August 14th, I think, of 2012. Already 5 years old. Jesus Christ, man. Time just fucking flies. So, obviously, as you can see, which I'm sure everybody already knows, but it's released in 3 different colors. So you had red, white, and black. I obviously picked up all 3 because I'm a collector. Each color came with a different bonus disc, which I'm not going to really review those because I don't really listen to those too much, but I'll kind of go over them at the end. So, as far as looking at one, we'll just take a look at the black one. So they're all the same, obviously, except for the bonus disc. So, and then obviously the color, but everything else is all the same, all the decoration, all the inserts, all that stuff. So, first off, getting right to it, the logo I think is fucking awesome. As soon as they revealed it, and as soon as they had merch up on Hatchet Gear, I ordered a shirt right away. I think the merch was up before the album came out, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. So, and then I love on the collector's case here, I guess as we call it, slipcase, whatever, actually has the hand sign, doing the Wicked Clown hand sign. I thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah, it's not like not foil print or anything, but it's a nice glossy case. It's actually a pretty nice. It's cardboard, but it's nice, thick. It's good quality. So, and so you got the logo on the front. Obviously, the back has the track listing, and it's a little different than the back of the design is a little different than the back of the actual CD. And then around the top, you got Insane Clown Posse. You turn it around, and I think it goes this way. So you got Insane Clown Posse Mighty Death Pop, and then on the bottom also just says, whoops, no, I already showed that one. On the bottom also just says Mighty Death Pop. So that's pretty much it. And then, so the CD itself has the, I forget exactly what they call it, refraction or whatever, but one of the things where you can turn it and it, shows a different picture. So if you can see that, yeah, so it shows the regular face, and then you turn it and it explodes. So, and then the back, like I said, sort of the same, but yeah, it just has a little different artwork. But this is your track list, and then I know DC gets a lot of shit for not showing the spine. I always try to remember to do that, but I always forget. But I don't know if mine really focuses that well. I'm just using my phone. So, but anyway, there's the spine. So, open her up. You got the CD there. So, and then you can take this out, and kind of the same as the cover. It just shows the popped design behind it. So, inserts. You pull them out. It's got 2 of them. So you got the the actual cover, because this is fastened onto the front, glued. And then if I can get this out of here, this will have behind it has the so you can see the glue spots there, and then behind it same thing, just the exploded Death Pop logo, and inside is all your thank yous and credits, and I'm guessing this is where they were going to put the story of the Mighty Death Pop, but it's not in here. They forgot to put it in. So remember, they not too long after it came out on the website, they put it up where you could just read it. And I printed off a copy, and I was going to fold it up and put it in one of my CDs, and I never did, and I have no idea where it went. So the other insert is pretty basic, just a photo collage of kind of a whole bunch of kind of like traveling circus kind of freak show kind of stuff, and then all these boxes with the text in it is just like snippets from some of their songs that are on the album. So nothing really too elaborate. I actually was kind of surprised at the insert. I actually kind of thought this was a little bit light for a Joker's card. You know, you look at the Bang Pow Boom, and that like had a very elaborate insert and all that, and so I thought that was kind of strange. But anyway, so as far as the track listing, I think this album is fantastic. I listened to it pretty much from beginning to end. There's just a couple songs that from time to time I'll skip, but we'll go over the track list here first. So we got Intro, The Mighty Death Pop, Night of the Chainsaw, Chris Benoit, The Blasta, Kickin', Bazooka Joey, Shooting Stars, Juggalo Juice, Hate Her to Death, Scream featuring Tech Nine and Hobson, Ghetto Rainbows, When I'm Clownin', Dog Catchers, Daisies, Where's God, and Forever. So, yeah, I like this album pretty much from beginning to end. I will, from time to time, skip Hate Her to Death. I'm not super into that song. It's, I don't know, a little bit slow, and I don't know, it just doesn't resonate with me too much. And then Dog Catchers, I sometimes skip too. I actually don't mind it, but it's just kind of a weird track, like a diss track to Dog the Bounty Hunter, like on a Joker's card. I don't know, I just thought that seems like more of a Forgotten Freshness or like one of like something that should have been on like The Tempest or something. I don't know. It just doesn't do much for me. But if I'm like at the gym listening to it, or if I'm driving, I usually just let them play right through. But otherwise, yeah, I love this whole album. But I'll pick out a few. I love Night of the Chainsaw. The video for that is fucking awesome. I love Chris Benoit. I'm going to come back and talk about that in a second. Let's see. Bazooka Joey is fucking awesome. I love the beat in that song. I love the music. And I'm kind of preferential to Shaggy solo tracks. I always think he does a great job. And that one's no different. And let's see. So I love Daisies, I think, is my favorite song on the album. I know it's not really a horror song, but the beat and the music in that is really creepy. And the lyrics are awesome. I love post-apocalyptic like movies and shit like that, and so the lyrics are kind of like that, you know, very post-apocalyptic. Where it's Jay doing the song, so I think it's kind of supposed to be like him as the character wandering like a post-apocalyptic wasteland. He thinks he's like the only person left on Earth. There's no plant life, no wildlife. Nothing. It's just like, you know, the ashes of civilization. He's just wandering through, and you know, and he comes across a daisy, you know, growing out of this, you know, the ash and rock and everything, and then he ends up just kind of stopping there, and then the next couple of verses are him like wondering what's going to happen. Is life coming back? Is this the beginning of life again? And is he not alone? And all, you know, it's really cool. And then like I said, the music is just creepy. Where's God? I also like a lot. I know ICP themselves believe in a godlike figure, but the lyrics to that song are exactly how I was feeling and what I was questioning as I was, you know, becoming atheist. I am still an atheist. I was raised Catholic. I refused to go to church anymore when I was about 12 or 13. Then I was sent to the CCD program and all that, and even when I wouldn't, when I was done with that, and I was still a believer, but it was, you know, in my like, you know, mid-teens, and then probably when I got to about 17, 18 is where I came to the conclusion that religion wasn't real, and that I was an atheist. And everything they had in that song, a lot, or I should say everything that's in there is also a lot of what I was questioning as I, you know, some of the same questions that I had as I was coming to the conclusion that I was an atheist. And I know they're not atheists, but like for them to put probably the same questions they were having, even if they came to a different answer than I did, they still had, you know, the same questions as I did. So it's pretty cool and pretty comforting, really, to see that I wasn't the only one. And so I love that song. And then Forever is awesome too. I think it's a great way to close the album. The video for that, I know, is a little cheesy on their videos collection. I think it was Kevin Gill was saying, like, after they got done with it, they're like, yeah, we're not releasing this. And kind of agree. I don't really think it was that great of a video. I think that the idea, they had the right idea, but it was still, didn't pull it off right. But the song is great, though. So we'll go back to Chris Benoit here. I think everybody knows I'm obviously a huge wrestling fan. And Chris Benoit was and still is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Obviously, I hate what he did at the end of his life. I hate what he became or whatever, but I still feel like maybe that wasn't exactly the Chris Benoit that we all knew. Obviously, there wasn't something right upstairs. At least I hope that's what it was. I hope it wasn't just out of anger that he did what he did. But so what he did, though, does not take away from the legacy that he left behind, the wrestling legacy, the matches that he left, and the video footage and stories and the other friends that he had and everything. And I met him several times, and he was super cool. He was always cool with the fans, always cool with kids around. Like how he'd take pictures, autographs, anything for any of the kids. He was always very professional, very polite. He still is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and obviously he was incredibly talented. The song, I know a lot of people think that, like, they say, like, oh, it's just using his name and everything to, get recognition. I'm on the side where I think obviously they knew who he was, and maybe they even knew him personally, probably, because I think he was in WCW when they were there. So it's somebody they knew, somebody in the business that they're also part of. They just took, like, what they assume he went through, like, as his mind was unraveling and all that, and put themselves in that situation, in the song, I should say, and told the story of them kind of going through it, and then called it Chris Benoit because that's what it was inspired by. And obviously there's a sound clip of him at the end. If you watch the videos, there's obviously very it's got a lot of imagery connected to him and all that, but you see a lot of people complaining about it, saying they shouldn't do that. I don't think that there's anything wrong with what they did. It's not glorifying what he did. I mean, anyway, and on the flip side, I see a lot of people, I've had a lot of juggalos say, or seen, I should say, a lot of juggalos say that it's like a fitting tribute to him, that they thought it was a tribute song, and I'm like, I don't think it's a tribute to him, So I think it's just taking the idea of what they believe he went through and placing themselves, Jay and Shaggy, in his role, as their mind is unraveling, So I think it was an awesome song. I don't have any problem with it. Being a big Chris Benoit fan, I wasn't offended by it, and I think they did perfectly fine with it. So yeah, that's about it for the main album. Definitely I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5. I think this is a fantastic album. It's one that I still listen to. When it first came out, I listened to it like crazy for months and months, like almost nonstop. And even to this day, 5 years later, I'm still listening to it very, very frequently. Not once in a while, not from time to time. I listen to it frequently, a lot. So to this day, and pretty much beginning to end. Like I said, sometimes I'll skip Hater to Death and Dog Catchers, but most of the time I listen to it beginning to end. So, all right. So also included in each one of these was a little ad for Abominations, and then you unfold it, and it had kind of look here. So you got a list of all their social media links, an ad for Juggalo Day. I think this might have been the Great Malenko one, 2013, because I went to 2012 and that was Riddlebox. So ad for Cold 187. Cold 187 I never really got to tune him. Ad for the app. I did have that. There was one that you had to buy. I think this might have been that one. And I did buy it, and they kind of ended up not doing much with it. And then I had the free one for a while, too, and they never updated it, so I finally just took it off my phone. American Psycho's tour documentary. I love that. It's really good. And then back to the Abominations ad. So that was in each one of the CDs. And then as far as the bonus CDs, so this came with the Freaky Tales. This is the cover of Too Short's song Freaky Tales. I think his was like 6 minutes long, maybe 8. They extended it out to an hour. I think I've listened to it all the way through like once. I put it on frequently, but I never make it all the way through. It does get a little bit kind of boring. It's good, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's an hour-long song, and they reference some of the WWE divas and stuff like that, so I think it's pretty cool. They mentioned the Bella Twins. But I don't know. It's just something I don't listen to. I don't really listen to any of the bonus discs too much. So, White Pop came with the Mikey Clark's Extra Pop Emporium. I guess maybe this is the one I would recommend just because it's got a few outtakes from Mighty Death Pop. And then I'm not big on remixes, but I do like the Chris Benoit remix a lot. That was really cool. It's got Ice Cube and Scarface on it. Yeah, other than that, and then there's some outtakes, but I don't really listen to a lot of the remixes. I'm just not big on remixes. So that's the white one, and then the red comes with Covered, Smothered, and Chunked, which is all cover songs, which of course they did make a video for Jump Around by House of Pain, which is one of my favorite hip-hop bands, so groups, whatever you want to call them. But most of the rest of the stuff on here I'm not really familiar with. So, I don't really listen to any of the bonus discs that much. If I put on Death Pop, I want to listen to the main album. So, I guess maybe if you're only going to pick up one, maybe I guess I'd recommend the White Pop. But, or Black. I mean, that one's kind of fun to put on sometimes. I can see like getting together with some buddies and having it playing in the background, So, but if you can't get all three, I mean, obviously might as well have them for your collection. So that's pretty much it for Mighty Death Pop. Again, great album. Giving it a 4.5 out of 5. I thought it's a great addition to their catalog. Great addition to their Joker's card collection. And I highly recommend it. So if you can get all three, get them all. If not, pick up one. Download it. Do whatever you got to do. So that's pretty much it for this. So as usual, this is Timmy, a.k.a. Echoside Fiend. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. And I will catch you in the next one.